Imagine you wake up hungry, but your kitchen is completely empty. There's no fridge, no pantry, and no delivery apps on your phone. To get breakfast, you have to go outside and find it yourself. Welcome to the world of the Hadzabe tribe in Tanzania. For them, the wild, open savanna you see right here is the only grocery store they will ever need. This timeline tracks their history in the region. Today, there are roughly 1,000 Hadzabe people left, and they have occupied this specific landscape, living in this exact way for 10,000 years. They don't plant crops, they don't raise livestock, they have no electricity. Because of this heat, they have absolutely no way to store food for the long term. Every single day starts at zero. They simply wake up and gather exactly what they need for that specific day. They survive by mastering their local environment, taking only what the forest provides in the moment. A typical day begins right here, together around the morning campfire. Before anyone heads out, the camp figures out what everyone needs to eat. This chart shows what makes up their daily meals. Notice that big slice? A full 70% of their diet comes from gathered plants, roots, and fruits. The women usually lead these gathering trips, picking out what is ripe in the forest. A major staple for them is the fruit hanging high up on these baobab trees. It is packed with calories and vitamins, acting almost like their version of daily bread. Meanwhile, the men head out to what we could call the meat counter. They spend hours walking through the brush, reading animal footprints to find daily protein. They do this using thick, hand-carved wooden bows, and to get close to wild game without being noticed, they wear real animal skins, like you see here, to break up their human shape and disguise their scent. By splitting up like this, some gathering plants and others tracking meat, the camp almost always has food when the sun goes down. They don't need a pantry when they have teamwork. Think about how long it takes a person to learn how to live completely on their own. In the modern world, getting the skills to feed and house yourself takes a very long time. This chart compares time to independence. A rat takes 6 weeks. A modern human relies on adults for 18 years. But a Hadzabe child, immersed in the wild, learns to forage and hunt by age 4. Their skills don't stop with human knowledge either. They actually partner up with the local wildlife to find the sweetest, most calorie-dense food in the forest, wild honey. This little bird is called a honey guide. The bird knows exactly where the beehives are, but it isn't strong enough to open them. The Hadzabe hunters can open the hives, but need help finding them. So the bird literally guides the hunters to the hive, and in exchange, the hunters leave a big chunk of honeycomb behind for the bird to eat. Survival in this environment comes down to a high degree of ecological literacy, knowing exactly which plant is ripe and recognizing when a bird is trying to share a meal. If you tried to gather a massive pile of meat or fruit out here, you would run into a wall pretty quickly. Without a freezer, any extra food simply rots in the heat. Because they cannot hoard resources, the whole idea of getting rich or piling up wealth doesn't exist. Everyone eats the same food on the same day, which keeps everyone in the camp on equal footing. This chart shows the time we spend working. While many of us work 40 or more hours a week to buy food and pay rent, the Hadzabe secure everything they need for the week in about 30 hours. That leaves them with a massive amount of free time. They spend those extra hours resting, telling stories, and relaxing together in the camp. By waking up, finding exactly what they need for today, and stopping there,